Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I'm really pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. We're here to support your professional growth in this incredible industry. Today we're diving into a topic that's not just important, it's completely redefining the future of hotels: sustainable design. So let's get right into it.
You know, this quote really hits the nail on the head. For the longest time, going green was, well, it was a nice to have, a little bonus for your marketing brochure. But those days are over. Now it is absolutely table stakes. If you're building a hotel today, sustainability isn't just an afterthought, it has to be the very foundation of your entire business plan.
And let's be clear, this isn't just about saving the planet, as important as that is. This is about business. It's about cold, hard economics. The entire industry has shifted from thinking of sustainability as an ethical should to an economic must.
So what's really driving this change? Well, it boils down to two huge factors. First up, money. The people who fund these massive projects, lenders, investors, they are looking at a project's green credentials before they even think about signing a check. Seriously, no green plan, no loan. It's that simple. And second, your reputation. Today's travelers are smart, and they vote with their wallets. A hotel that's genuinely sustainable has a massive, massive competitive advantage. Okay, so if it's a non-negotiable requirement, how do you actually do it the right way? The key, and this is so important, is to think about it from the very beginning. It's a whole philosophy called sustainability by design.
The secret ingredient here is timing. This isn't about finishing a building and then, slapping some solar panels on the roof and calling it a day. No. This is about weaving sustainability into the very DNA of the project, right from the first sketch, from day one.
Think about it like this. The proactive approach is like meticulously engineering a high-performance engine from scratch, where every single part is designed for maximum efficiency. The reactive approach, that's like taking a regular family car and just painting a racing stripe on it. One gives you real, measurable performance, and the other is pretty much just for show.
And for those projects that really want to prove they're the real deal, there's a gold standard out there: LEED certification. It stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, and you can basically think of it as the Oscars for green buildings. It's a globally recognized seal of excellence.
So how do you measure success in all of this? It's not just about energy bills. There's a guiding philosophy we use called the triple bottom line.
Picture a three-legged stool. The first leg is people. This is your guests, your staff, the local community. The second leg is planet. Minimizing your environmental impact. And the third leg is profit, because at the end of the day, the business has to be financially successful. If you take away any one of those legs, the whole thing just topples over. It has to be a balance of all three.
All right, that's the big picture philosophy. But how does this actually translate into bricks and mortar? When you're building a truly green hotel, it really comes down to four key pillars of design.
First up, and you could argue it's the most important, is the building's physical shell. Architects have a name for this. They call it the building envelope. Just think of it as the building's skin. It is your first and best line of defense against wasting energy.
So we're talking about things like high-performance walls, a well-designed roof, super efficient windows, and top-notch insulation. If you get these elements right from the start, you dramatically slash the amount of energy you'll need for heating and cooling later on. It's all about creating a really well-sealed, efficient space.
Pillar number 2 is all about water. Hotels use a truly massive amount of it, so smart water management isn't just good for the planet, it directly translates into huge cost savings.
There are really two core strategies here. First, just use less water in the first place, right? This means installing things like low-flow sinks, showers, and toilets. Second, you recycle the water that you do use. There are amazing systems that can capture what's called gray water from sinks and showers, clean it, and then reuse it for things like watering the hotel's landscaping.
Pillar number 3 is all about the materials themselves. Where did that wood come from? How was that steel made? Every single piece of your building has an environmental story attached to it.
Sourcing your materials locally has this incredible two-for-one benefit. First, it obviously cuts down massively on the carbon footprint from shipping things halfway across the globe. But just as important, it gives the hotel an authentic sense of place. It connects the building to its local environment, and that creates a genuine experience that today's travelers are desperately looking for.
And the fourth and final pillar is all about technology. Because a truly green building isn't just about the physical structure. It's about having a smart brain that manages everything efficiently once your guests are inside. Smart in-room tech is the perfect example. Let's say a guest leaves their room. Sensors can detect that and automatically turn off the lights and adjust the thermostat to save energy. But the moment they walk back in, boom, everything instantly returns to their preferred settings. It's totally seamless for the guest, but incredibly efficient for the hotel.
So, we've covered the why and the how, but let's finish up with what is, for any business, the most important point, the bottom line. Because building green isn't just an expense, it's one of the smartest, most strategic investments a hotel owner can make.
And let's be honest, yes, a high-efficiency HVAC system or smart building controls might cost more on day one, but the return on that investment is enormous. You save a fortune on utility bills year after year after year. And on top of all that, the building itself, the asset, is simply worth more money.
What this really all adds up to is a smarter, more resilient, future-proof asset. A green hotel is better protected against unpredictable energy prices. It's already prepared for stricter environmental regulations that are surely coming. It's a magnet for that growing demographic of eco-conscious travelers. And it is exactly the kind of property that the next generation of investors wants to have in their portfolio.
So this is where it gets really exciting. Your careers in this industry are beginning right now. You are the ones who will be making these decisions. These are no longer just design choices. They are the choices that will define the very future of travel. So the big question I want to leave you with is this: what kind of incredible, sustainable hotel will you design?